I'm taking you back to the 80s to see how the legendary Mini 1000 is born. It all starts here, at the stamping plant, where raw steel turns into an icon. These massive steel coils are the DNA of every single car we build. First, we flatten the steel to ensure it's perfectly smooth for the presses. This monster applies hundreds of tons of pressure to shape the metal.
In a split second, a flat sheet becomes a complex side panel.
Precision is key, even with this heavy-duty stamping gear.
Here are the side panels, waiting to join the assembly line. This floor pan is the backbone of the Mini's compact structure.
Every edge is checked for burrs before it moves to welding.
Welcome to the Body in White shop, where the sparks really fly.
The floor pan goes into the jig first to set the foundation.
Skilled hands clamp the sides in place, ensuring perfect alignment.
Thousands of spot welds fuse these loose parts into a rigid shell.
The roof goes on last, sealing the cabin structure tight.
These external hinges are a classic Mini trademark. Now we have a body in white, ready for surface treatment.
The steel is raw and rough, but the shape is undeniable.
We grind down the rough welds to ensure a smooth finish later. Time to wash off the oil and dust before the paint hits.
We dip the whole car to rust-proof every single nook and cranny.
Electro-coating guarantees this Mini survives the rainy British weather. Baking the primer creates a rock-hard surface for the color coat.
Inside this booth is where the magic color transformation happens.
Multiple coats are layered on for that deep, glossy shine. One last trip through the oven seals the color permanently.
Look at that finish. Bright, bold, and ready for assembly. We add these pads to keep the road noise down inside the cabin. This is the heart of the beast, the A-series engine block. Pistons go in, fitting perfectly to generate that 1000cc power. The Mini uses subframes to hold the suspension and engine. We drop the engine into the subframe before it ever sees the car. Unique to the Mini, the gearbox sits right inside the oil sump.
Torquing the head bolts is crucial for compression. A coat of paint protects the engine from heat and corrosion. No springs here. Rubber cones give the Mini its go-kart handling.
Brakes and hubs are fitted, so the whole unit is ready to go.
The rear subframe is simpler, but just as important for stability.
This wiring loom is the nervous system of the car. Even the pedals are compact in a car this size.
Installing the heater, essential for those
cold winter drives.
Wiper motors are tucked away neatly under the hood line.
The center speedometer is a signature Mini design choice. Rolling mechanisms and glass slide into the doors. Using the rope trick, we seal the rear glass in seconds.
Front glass goes in, giving the car its face.
Carpets go in to hide the metal and soften the ride.
Now for the big moment. The marriage. The body hovers over the engine and suspension units. Ideally, everything lines up perfectly as it comes down.
Heavy bolts secure the subframes to the unibody shell.
She's standing on her own feet for the very first time. It's a tight squeeze in there, but everything fits. The fuel tank sits right here in the boot.
Connecting the lifelines, fuel and brake fluid.
Connecting the steering ensures the driver is in control.
The classic two-spoke wheel is bolted on.
These 80s striped seats are purely retro style. Door cards hide the internal mechanisms and look sharp. The chrome grille gives the Mini its friendly smile. Round headlights, the eyes of the Mini.
Badge goes on, now everyone knows what she is. Tiny 10-inch wheels are all this lightweight car needs.
Fluids are pumped in to bring the machine to life.
Battery connected. The circuit is complete. First ignition. Listen to that A-series purr. We run it up to speed on the rollers to check the gearbox.
Adjusting the lights so they don't blind oncoming traffic.
The monsoon test checks for any leaks in the cabin.
Final inspection ensures the Inca Yellow is flawless.
From raw steel to a British icon, that's the process. It's simple, practical and ready for the world. And off she goes, rolling off the line under her own power. Another batch ready for dealerships across the UK. This is how the Mini 1000 is made. See you next time. Thanks for joining us on this Next Gen Titans tour.